Hello, this is Eva Light welcoming you to JA's program on Jewish music. I'm presenting music of Jewish composers and music played by Jewish performers from classical times to now. There'll be all kinds of music to enjoy, including classical, jazz, world music, and other delights. And speaking of other delights, I have a brilliant local musician called Sam Green with me.
The word is shalom, and thank you very much for inviting me here to your studio. It's a pleasure.
Sam Green is a prolific poet, feisty folk songwriter, and soulful singer of his own compositions. And I'm going to present another singer before we go on with Sam's music and interview. Robert Zimmerman needs no introduction because you'll probably recognise the most. So this is one of your favourite heroes and mentors.
He was brother in arms in the musical sense. By listening to him, I got the sense of the rhythm of life, also from my father, but he was a father like a Zen master in the way he would write his music and poetry in the 60s. I remember as a child selling papers in Richmond, and I must have been, I don't know how old I was, about 9 or 7 or something like that. I was selling papers for a little while. And it was at Kevin Dennis Corner down in Richmond where we lived, because we had a milk bar, as most Yidden had those days, if they still don't have them. I walked into the office of the man at the Kevin Dennis office, and there was a picture of a person smoking a cigarette on the wall. It's a famous photo, and I said, "Who is that guy?" And he said, "That's Bob Dylan. If you don't know him, you'll know him very soon. He's the guy who wrote "Blowing in the Wind," and I knew him. I knew him then. I heard his music on radio many times.
Now, you wrote a poem about Bob Dylan.
Yes. Well, unless I read it, I don't remember. I think he was a sailor of words on the sea of.
That sounds almost like Leonard Cohen poetry, doesn't it?
Oh, he has a bearing on me too, Leonard Cohen, with Suzanne. Suzanne takes you down to a place near a river.
I can sing that for you all now. I know it off by heart,
all
but
right,
I won't inflict it upon you.
Now, that was Bob Dylan, the all-time classic, and it's a great song, if I can only remember the words. I think it's "Hey Mr. Tambourine Man," played with a D harmonica. And this next song is an all-time favourite of mine. It's Me, Myself and I, called "If the Ship Comes In," written about my late father exploits to Australia and how he got here on a ship after the Second World War.